Hi, welcome to my tube. My name is Margie, Mahilka, wise clown, sometimes wise ass clown. Today I'm already fired up, trying to keep my chi, my life force energy, contained. Mostly so I can get this transmission to work, because I get fired up, man. Electronic sliders like us, we freaking make tech glitchy, and the higher we vibe, the more it spins, so I gotta keep my chi contained. I got fired up. I was sleeping so hard. I slept so fast last night. It's like my head hit the pillow, and I don't remember dreaming. I was awoken at about 5:50 this morning. The guy works for the dumpster Republic Services. If you look at their logo, it's 6 R's all in a star. I think that star should be turned upside down, because they wonky, thinking you can make noise like that at 5:50 in the morning, dropping off the dumpster, being all gung gung. It's the thing is, I didn't even hear the clunky part. What woke me is the idle of the engine, the hung gung 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 from his diesel engine, right? And so I'm like, okay, you did your job, go. And he just stayed there. They just linger, gung gung gung. So finally, I mean, it's been like 10 minutes. I go outside. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's fucking 5:50 in the goddamn morning. You don't think fucking people are sleeping right now or trying to? You know what he did? His big fat self and his big obese, gross, greasy. I don't even know if there's a bottom part of him. He might have been one of those little Fisher Price toys that they stick in the little cars, without legs. They just go beep, 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 beep. Because of what he said next. He said, well, the city said I could. The city said I can. So-and-so gave me the authority. And you know what that tells me? Because that's what I called this talk this morning. Discipline. It's a word. It means the practice and the training people to obey rules or a code of behavior. Using punishment to correct disobedience. Well, see, here's the thing of it. I have self-discipline. And I know there's all kinds of rules in the world, universal law, that say I can do so many things that are bigger and better than your man-made bullshit reindeer games. The fact of the matter is, because I have discipline, just because I can do something, I have the know-it-all to know it doesn't mean I fucking should. Yeah, that's discernment. Dickheads do shit like that. And I take my trash to the dump because it's a monopoly, see? Never have I ever lived in a city, nor have I heard of living in a city where paying the trash bill wasn't part of your city bill, but not in fucking Salem, Oregon. Oh, no. It's a la carte. Everything's a la carte. That's why there's so many homeless people, because people don't have the income to pay all the a la carte utilities. Yeah. See, my water bill, my city bill is over $100. That's why I didn't have water, But see, they tack on extra. You got to pay $35 a month for them to give you a freaking box about a little bit bigger than a freaking mailbox. I mean, it's just a little itty bitty container. They don't even get out of the trucks anymore. It's all automated, so they don't even work hard anymore. So it's all it's all AI. So they make $25, $30 an hour, to make collect. It's all a monopoly. And I even looked up the company. See, I go down ant holes. I don't go down rabbit holes, because if people actually think about what a rabbit hole is, have you ever seen a rabbit hole? It's just a hole in the ground. It's just a hole. It's a hole where things stop. Well, life begins, but it's just, I go down ant hills because there's far more crevices and caverns and turns and possibilities. Yeah. People just keep using words because they always just have been used before. All part of the I was just doing my job squad, like the fucker in the truck this morning. So, after I said my piece. He'll never forget me. I've even looked up the ordinance because I've had this people freaking do things so early. I'm like, that can't be okay. And it's 7 o'clock. He was still an hour and 10 minutes before the go time, you know. But but money matters more than people, and that's the world we get because money matters more than people. But I keep imagining a world where everybody has to freaking, to get their pay, to get their earn, like I had to do, like they made me do, like Uncle Sam, like all the fat men in the military made me do. I freaking showed them up. I always show people up. That's what I do, is if they're going to be, and I'll do what you want, and I'll do it in record time, and I'll do it the best anybody's ever done it. Because that's how I am. Because I don't get back at people like spitefully. That's bad karma. But I can get back at them everywhere. I'll just disprove who you think I am. That's all. And sometimes I'll do it by being worse than you think I am. It's all dependent on the receiver. You know, that's what Heyo could do. You know, I've been studying human behavior my whole entire life, and I've seen some of the shittiest, crappiest, worst examples of human behavior in life. But at the same time, having that bottom spectrum, I've been given the gift of seeing so many high vibrational beings and being in the presence of so many people that they might not have been like exceptionally smart or charming or what. They've done something exceptional when nobody else did. I know people that have not only invented parts for space flight. My old neighbor, Daryl Craig. Man, I wish I would have talked to him more. I was with Boy to Spirit. I was a young kid. You know, I'd go drink beers with him. He'd watch calls. And he had so much wisdom to share. And I hope he knows that I wish I would have listened more. Because I always listen to the old folks. Because they told you how it was and how it is and how it is now. And it's just all perspective. So you got to listen to the older people sometimes. But went like down the rabbit hole this morning I went, or not rabbit hole, the ant hole this morning I went. I looked up the Republic services. It said garbage is a $10 billion industry, and I think some of the things that we need to look at is what are they really doing with that? Because there's businesses, they sell their garbage to China, but what they really do is they just dump it off in the ocean as the evidence mounts. The evidence mounts. You know, they don't do, see, that's all these things, these egos. I'm trying to get people to read energy, because egos don't do what they say they're going to do. They do what's going to fill their pocket with money. That's why PR exists. You know what public relations is? It's a magician show. It's people that cover up. Military has it. Every organization has it. Damage control, because when you have that many people that make that much money, their egos get out of control and they do whatever they want because they don't have law and order or discipline to tell them not to. Because they're not meditating, and I see it. Look at everybody can't even keep the spoon out of their mouth. And, I was a big kid. I was always a fat kid, and I didn't eat a lot. And people kept calling me fat, but, I had a lot of muscle, too. But people just knew that it was the fat that would hurt my feelings. It's that people say things that hurt. I say things that hurt. I said things to the trash man. I'm sure he'll never forget me. Because that's what I do. I ain't all love and light. You come at my house at 5:50 in the morning, you're going to get a blast of shadow. Yep. Because if you're going to be that much of a dick, I will match that and raise you, motherfuckers. Yeah. And and we can do it. I could dumb it down. We could fight. I could bring it down to the lowest common denominator. I will beat you up. Like kids on a playground, we could do that, if you want to do that. But the thing of it is I'm tough, and oftentimes I have beat up men. And that embarrasses them. So, and he didn't really look like he was really up for a challenge. So, I am of the light. So, I have never in my life put my hand on anyone unless it was self-defense for myself or my mother. Yeah. Yep. So, my record is in good standing. I don't know how many other people can say that out there that are even running the show, you know? I just think, what was that? I was going off on a little bit of a tangent. After I emasculated the freaking imbalanced male. See, if he was balanced, he would be balanced in his feminine and masculine, and, well, he probably wouldn't be a garbage man. But there's a lot of good, there were good, I mean, there's a guy I went to high school with, his dad was a garbage man. That man worked so hard, you know. He wasn't a very smart man, but he worked very hard. Or I don't think he was. Maybe he was smart, but in different areas. No, he was smart, but just in different inclined areas. He wasn't book smart like me. That's how I could recognize him. I mean, I wasn't book smart either. That's how I could recognize him. Anyway, but they treated him like he was dumb. And I think he was hard of hearing, so he spoke weird. I think all the people in the world that have never been through stuff, you know, and then have the expectation of people, you know, do better, you know, do better. Because I remember an account of all the freaking, a lot of the terrors that I had when I was a kid. My brother wasn't around. He wasn't there. Or he was, and he was just like, I don't want to rock the boat. And he still has that temperament today. Oh. He's probably not going to like all the stories I tell. Anyway, so the $9.4 billion industry of trash, right? So this company charges $25 and $35 a month for this little itty bitty canister, and they were doing this thing that if you overstuffed it. When I first moved here, I'm like, what kind of Nazi bullshit is this? That when you freaking lifted the top, if you had a garbage in there and the top was lifted, that they would put a ticket. But I think they stopped it because the truck drivers got sick of getting in and out of the truck because they're all out of shape and stuff, so that it didn't last very long. But you'd get like a ticket and then have to pay extra for exceeding the contents. And what do? They end up throwing it in the ocean. So it's like we pay them to just take care of the situation, you know. When you have these thug-minded people that watch like fucking Scarface and Godfathers with their daddies when you were a kid, and those were the last good memories you had, you know. They grow up thinking they gangsta. And the fact of it is that there's no spirit in that, and people are coming into that, you know. I am fiery. It takes me more effort to transmute my energy, and that's the thing, is that's what I had to figure out. I figured out that people were just freaking keying me up just because they're like, you ever hear that story about how cats smell fear? That's why they play with the mouse. It's a vibration of fear. It's like, it smells good to them, you know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. That's how information data is. There's no way to ever prove anything 100%. Ain't nothing, no 100%. We live in a multi-freaking dimensional, multi-earth, you know, there ain't one Earth. There's 7 billion Earths, because for every freaking person on this planet, everyone is having an entirely different earthly experience. Bert. I frankly don't believe that there's 7 million people on the planet. They inflate everything. That's what egos do. I don't believe anything they say. They've always lied. They've never told the truth. Yeah. I know the personalities. My brother is one. Completely programmed people do not know how to think for themselves. That's why they put themselves... Dude, there's no different than the prisoner in the prison and the guy guarding the prisoner. There's no difference. They might as well all be wearing the same outfit. I watched a little clip last night. I went down a little rabbit hole with Aldous Huxley, because when I was 14, 15, read freaking Brave New World, you know, back in my reading days, and it's just like, yeah, you know, 1984, you know, people get these seeds planted. It's a consciousness, it's a frequency. And those low vibrational people all want to do the same thing. Control, dominate, swing their wieners. Control, dominate, swing their wieners. Repeat, control, dominate, swing your wieners. You know? And the thing of it is they all do it because they think it makes them powerful, but if they just step out of that egoic mindset into a more balanced spiritual mind, body, and spiritual place, more grounded, then they get all that stuff and more, but it's they don't have discipline. They don't have discipline. What was the other word in the title that I used today? Discipline and deviant. Deviant. So people have always said I was deviant. You always got to deviate. They make you look at criminal act, and it's like, that's because mostly I want peace, and everybody else around me wants some sort of disdain or chaos or some sort of bullshit. And anytime, see, that's the thing, that's why it's so hard for me to live in this world, because every time I'm surrounded by people that believe in shit I don't believe in. So every time anybody speaks, even in these magma, that's all that stuff, these spirited patriotism go team, I don't affiliate myself with any group, denomination, nothing like that, because somebody is always in charge of those, and I'm always going to disagree with them, because usually the people at the top are control freaks. And I know that because I've been so scared and have so much control put on my life that I have overcompensated in my life and been out of control because I've been without discipline. So I deviated in that sense. And, and for me, freaking getting wasted upon oblivion when I'm playing cards and I can't tell which card is what suit because every card is all four, that's the place I like to be. But no, everybody likes to be in control, and this is where everything is, and everything has its place, and we're all patterns, and we're all cycles, and when those patterns and cycles get broken, then that's when you find what people really do with their vibration-see, with their vibration-see. I'll leave it there, with their vibration-see. Are they going to use their thought process, all that extra energy that they use, focus on doing somebody else's bidding, or are they going to use it to think up good ideas, or are you going to think up some bullshit and how you can cause damage and bring down people's vibes and just make people feel bad, or are you going to try and use it all to come up with all the ideas to make all the money, which isn't real either. So all these people that believe in money, I'm just like, they ain't nobody to me. They ain't nobody to me. Ain't nobody to me. People who got millions of dollars in the bank are just freaking superficial, because you're scared, because you don't have enough belief in you that you can't keep that generating, so you put it all in there for you, and there's so many other people, and the thing of it is the more you give it away, the more you share that stuff with other people, the more the flow of the income comes in. That's how energy works. It's not supposed to sit in a bank. So the richest man in Babylon, you fucking wrong, bitch. I'm calling you out. There ain't no spirit in that. I'm getting worked up, so Benny's calming down. Dogs, they read energy too. All they do is they live to serve and love you. And so I think some of the sickest people get dogs. The animal abuser, and it's not an animal abuser. See, people think an animal abuser is somebody that just fucking kicks a dog and leaves him out on a chain and freaking never lets him in, and no matter what inclement weather, See, people do that because they feel bad, so they have to hurt something. They have to hurt something more than they hurt themselves. Because hurt people hurt people. The gig is up. I'm busting everybody's secrets out emotionally. Because we are all the same. We are all connected. Psychology, pretty much people process. Pretty much in psychology, it's like a Gantt chart. Something fucked up happens. Either you're going to start doing the same fucked up shit, or you're going to go away from it. You're going to try to help people stay away from that. That's really great. That so many fucking people with so many letters behind their goddamn names and so many certifications and so much time spent, so many fucking degrees, read some fucking books and think you can help some people. Name your trauma. Pick what was your trauma. What's your life experience? Because people that pay themselves six figures that don't know jack shit and get what they know from a book, get the fuck out of here. You're more of the same. You're more of the same. Trying to help people, which is a legitimate human connection, for profit, which is bullshit made up reindeer games. See where I'm getting with that? See the disingenuousness, kids? See it? See the hypocrisy in that? When men in $10,000, $15,000 suits say, we care about everybody. It's June. Poor people got one $1,200 check, 400, and that was a multi-billion dollar, you know. But the banks, it's all the bailouts. But look at all the companies getting facelifts. Yeah, there's a bunch of companies going out. They paid themselves too much. Heck, the freaking look at the go to your look how much, because everything's transparent. California's transparent. I looked how much my brother made today, and I was right. Yeah, I was right. You know. It's just like, you know, and that's where they got it backwards. That is where the true mentality and lies is at the people on the top that have it all, and then tell people they don't. They think that they are of a position that anybody is in a hierarchical standing outside of anybody else. That, you know, you have anyone that thinks that they have authority over anyone else are of the old earth, are of the 3D earth, and that earth is gone. And I call it out every time I see it. I don't fucking care who thinks I'm crazy. I have freaking no friends left. I have my dogs, I got my mom, and I got my tiny tube. And I got what I know. And I've been training my whole life to, you know, survival stuff, camping stuff, engineering stuff, mechanical stuff. Trained by pervy Uncle Sam himself. I have all this training. And then this whole time, in my private time, I've been studying about psychology and law and language. I'm a very deliberate person. That's why I like when I get frustrated when I misspeak, especially in these lies, because I can't go back and correct it unless I go back later and correct it, because I like to be clear and concise. And I know, see, that's the thing. My whole life, when I was little, people used to always tell me, "You are so selfish. You are so selfish." But they would tell me on like weird days, like if I didn't get a present I wanted on my birthday, you know. Because I think that, you know, because I remember my spirit remember what manifestation was. You can dream things, imagine things, and they come to be. So that's what birthday wishes are, you know. But see, the people that I was born into didn't know my vibrational frequency. They didn't understand me as a being. They just, okay, she was born a girl. So they would, like, give me girly things, and I'm of the masculine energy. So I get a freaking... You know, I love camping and being outside, and I was so excited. I wanted a sleeping bag, just a sleeping bag. But they thought, you know, well, she's a little girl, get her a strawberry shortcake sleeping bag. And I didn't want a fucking girly sleeping bag. I didn't want a girly sleeping bag. I just wanted a sleeping bag so I can go lay on the ground and look at the stars. But I didn't get any, see, that's the thing. People didn't do what I asked. They did more, and then... But sometimes I do that, and that's how I remember that I gotta let people be autonomous. But that's what I do is I create, I support, I make things better. I got good ideas. There are so many people in the world that they're on their own path, and they don't need my help. They don't want my help. So I gotta leave them be, and not even being, you know. Doesn't mean I'm gonna turn down my energy no more, but I'm just gonna. There's more and more people in the world with I ain't gonna bother with no more. My world. If you think about how small your world really is. I mean, how big is the Earth really? How many people do you deal with? That's how big your Earth is. All those other people, all those people in the background, they're just backdrop people. Most of them don't have any spirits. They're just thinking la 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 blank thoughts anyway as they're driving down the road. I mean, those are all backdrop people. You know, all the at concerts, backdrop people. You're never gonna go around and look at every single person in that place and look at their face and know them. They're just like, it's like the Truman Show, you know. Because that's how you know people. You know their spirit. You're touched by their spirit. And mostly, at some point, people have gotten that connection and it's burned them because they got they got touched at the low end of the spectrum. So once people recognize that there's that much low and darkness and things, they just kind of stay there because it just all kind of sucks. But the thing of it is if you got that end of the spectrum of dark, you got the opposite end that is oh so much brighter, y'all. That was kind of good for my stomach muscles. You know, I gotta say, I really enjoy starting my day like this because I'm gonna have a tough one today. And it's not because I'm telling myself, because I keep telling myself, it's gonna be great, I'm gonna have a great day. But I already know the energies. I already know what they are, and I know what my placements are. And that's what I encourage you folks to do, is know your own placements, because it doesn't matter what I know about me, it's what you know about you. This spiritual experience, human earthly library of life we're just checking out, that's all we're doing. We're checking out a life like a library. And that library is called the Akashic Records. And you got a shelf someplace. You got a lot of stories on that shelf. And for every shelf, I see a color of a book binding. And for every color, there's a representation of a vibrational frequency. And we start out the lowest of the low. And as we incarnate, go in and out, the wave, in and out of the wave, incarnate through Mother and Earth, incarnate. We learn lessons to just don't be a dick. That's fucking it. Bottom line, don't control people, don't kill people, rape people, carnage people, do malicious things to put yourself in better standing. Don't do any of that thing. Don't do spells that take the lives of something that's alive so you can benefit your others. So any witchery, anything like that where you're cutting open animals to read their entrails, I don't care if it's right, I don't care if it's true, you don't need to know. I guess it's your, let them live their life and you live yours and you find out how it goes. People shouldn't get to know. I don't want to know how this story goes. I am so freaking, I don't know. I would like to sit down with John Edwards and have a conversation with him. Because I believe in his clairvoyance too, and I always have, and I've tracked him for a long time. I remember going to watch, because I'm always trying to see if people are true or not. I'm always trying to figure it out because I am true, so I'm trying to find it in others. But I know my shadow side too. I ain't trying to freaking play myself up to be nothing. I'm a jack of all tirades. I'm full spectrum. There is 51% of light in me. There is 49% of shadow side too. I'm full spectrum. We all are. Most people just ignore the parts that they don't want to acknowledge. I think I was gonna say something else. Edgar Casey is live. Edgar Casey. See, those are all my mindsets. Those are all my teachers. Edgar Casey, Carl Jung, Dolores Cannon, Tesla. Those, and I don't even see, because there's energy and information and data is in frequency. It's just a radio. It's a tuning in to a vibration. I don't even need to read a book. Osmosis. Carl Jung talks about it. That's why you got to be careful about your technology and your data. I remember in the 2000, I think it was probably 2000, I had a roommate. She wasn't a very good person. But see, the thing of it is I just accept people, and then as I know them, then I find out their shadow and their light. And sometimes their shadow supersedes their light, so it's your lessons learned. So I just got to, learn everything I can about her and then take that to anyone else that has any semblance like her. You know what I mean? It's a vibe thing. Anyway, she was talking trash about me to her girlfriend in Chicago or fucking Ohio is where they were from. They were talking trash. And I got a voicemail from her on my phone. This is back in like 2003, 4, something like that. 2005, long time ago. So I got a voicemail from her, so I listened to it, and it was a conversation that she was having about how I would go over to a girl I like and leave my dog. But she wouldn't talk about how I'd always get up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning so I'd come home and sleep with him too. And I'd split, you know, because the girl I liked didn't like it. Is anyway. So I was trying to make it all work. And she ended up sleeping with that girl later, so I figured out what that was all about, really. Because there's no loyalty with friends, and she was no friend of mine. Ain't that right, Tanis? Barnyard. Anyway, she went into contracts, so the people that flate numbers and stuff, yeah, she's of that vibrational frequency. Their gig is up. So yeah, I got and so I confronted her. I'm like, what's this about? She's like, she was so fucking floored. I mean, she was already a white girl, but her face got way more pale because her blood left it, because she was in such disbelief that there is something that, you know, that could happen. You know, the truth always comes out. It ain't no joke. And data transfer, I mean, I couldn't keep things from mom. That's why you can't keep things from your parents, because you fucking think like your parents do, dipshits. You get your ideas from them, literally, you know. But sometimes people get bad ideas, and then they don't want to have bad ideas because, you know, they know it's wrong, but their parents have always done. And that's what a lot of cognitive dissonance that we have right now is, this division of people going, I'm not fucking acting like that anymore. That's how dicks act. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to kill those animals anymore. I'm not going to eat those freaking carcasses anymore. I'm not going to play your stupid reindeer games and go to countries that aren't bigger than freaking Oklahoma and things like that and freaking bomb them. Because somebody over here said that it says, no, it's all for money. It's also the people that make the bombs can use the bombs so they can make more bombs and charge, you know, exuberant amounts. But the gig is all up because I'm not keeping it to myself anymore. And more people are starting to come up to my frequency. So they're starting to find me and welcome. And I'm glad you're here. I've been waiting a long time. 3 years I've been doing these videos. Maybe you should try and go back and look at some of the old ones and verify what the things I've said have been true or not. I got a couple playlists. I did one a couple years ago called Getting Back to Grassroots. Yeah. Yep. See, because, you know, as crazy as things are right now, we haven't gotten to fire season yet. And the energy that people create inside, it creates the havoc. It creates the chaos outside. We create the weather. We haven't gotten to hurricane season yet. The storms are mixing up. They don't call it rain dance for no reason, y'all. We make it rain. We can make the weather stop too and chill out and all that stuff. It's intention. It's intention. Do you want peace or do you want chaos? And the fearful people, they don't know how to get through the chaos. They don't know how to calm themselves. I just want to help teach people how to calm yourself down. Just calm, just not even in a condescending way, because those motherfuckers rack in the junk in my mind, because I don't hurt people, you know. But I just want people to bring their vibrational frequency down to a place where you can process data and information where you're not spot up, because when you're keyed up here, you ain't going to process. You're going to miss stuff. And missing pertinent information, you know. I think people are finding out that time speeds up whether you're having fun or not. Yeah. Christmas is just around the corner. Where'd it go? What are people doing? What do you have? You know, Mom always, she would always tell us stuff like, what do you have to show for it? Those were the things that we were taught. Mom taught us stuff. What do you have to, because we didn't have anything else. We didn't have money. We were so fucking poor, man. We were so poor. I didn't know it until I went to college, went in the Air Force, you know. And then I'm just like, and poor people, they're still happy and joyful because they get by, because you keep taking shit away from them to line your own pockets, and they just like, whatever, well, we just got, all we can do is keep going, you know. So this country is built on a foundation that was obliterated by some freaking lackey people that really lack discipline, and that just, you know, spoiled bitches, really. And they came over here and they had their better ideas about things, and as peaceful beings, we got freaking run over. We let them take over the thing. They shit on this land, and now the brown people are taking the Turtle Island back. Yeah. Hey-ho, that's all. It's not a big deal. The only people that are freaking out are about the people that want the paradigms of the reindeer games and profits and economics and all that stuff to continue. And the rest of us that don't benefit from it are like, nah, fucking let it die. With that pervy Uncle Sam paradigm. Yeah. Yeah, that V for victory. XIV. What is that? NVIXM? VIXM? VIX. What is it? I love Satan? Something like that. You know? It's all propaganda. It's all getting people to lead their thinking. And I want people to lead with their feeling. Know what a chakra is. Get to know the chakra. Not only your chakras, but the earth chakras. Mount Shasta is the earth's first chakra. I incidentally broke my coccyx, my tailbone, literally on Mount Shasta, the earth's first chakra. I broke my first chakra open on the earth's first chakra. Please comment below if this has been your experience in life. You know? I mean, the weirdest shit has happened to me, and then I find out, oh, and I grew up in Redding. I know it's a magical place. Mount Shasta is a magical, because people that know about energy live there and they talk about it, you know. So then I venture out in places like Omaha, Nebraska, where Omaha beef, they get their beef from California and say it's Omaha beef. I know, my dad was a truck driver. I mean, it's all bullshit. You pay for shit, and people pay for what they believe in. Pay for what you believe in. And then look at all the paradigms that make you pay. We're gonna make you pay because we feel tiny inside. And my mommy and daddy didn't love me. Or it's not even the fact that your mommy and daddy didn't love you. Maybe they loved you too much. Maybe your mommy and daddy told you that you were the best boy and girl, and you knew inside that you weren't. You always fell short. I never got lied to. If anything, my parents never lied to me. I've been freaking raised. It is amazing I have emotions. I should be a psychopathic freaking really violent human being, but I went into my spirit. I fell into my spirit, and that's what happens. People fall more into their spirit. You know? So, as I hear the little birds singing outside my window. You hear that? I freaking love birds and animals, man. And then the fucking assholes are gonna show up and start moving, but they're almost done. See? It's energy's no joke, man. This is why I meditate. This is why I try to have the discipline every day to meditate. At least, if I can't even get out of my if I can't raise my energy field out of my own physical, you know, into a higher dimension, if I can't just lay there for an hour during the middle of the day and be still, you know, at least I have the thing. If I can do that, while I'm not doing everything else, because life is going to get busy for me, and I'm not always going to have the opportunity to do that. So I got to keep in these disciplines when I can, because sometimes disciplines change, and I used to have such a hard time with that when I was a kid, because mom would go crazy like every 2 years, and I knew the behaviors leading up to it. So I'm always looking at people's behaviors. I always know the instant where they go from believing in me until they don't, or they go from not believing in me until they believe in me. I always know the switch. I always know when they step in and out of my vibrational frequency. And right now there ain't a whole lot of people in it. More and more people are coming into it. That's cool. It's been a lonely place for a long time. I've had to keep myself entertained, but lucky for me, I grew up watching freaking Robin Williams and Tim Conway and Carol Burnett and freaking SNL with the freaking druggies, and those are like my, the Belushis and the Tormented and the Coke years and all that, and then I grew up 15, the hard energies, I've seen some things. I've been some places. That's what I want to do, is I'm try to share my experience, strength, and hope with other people. You're going to make your mistakes, but at least hopefully you won't make the same ones I did. I think Mom's up and around. I should probably go see about her, and I yammered on long enough. I appreciate your attention today. If you have placements anywhere in your chart like mine, take heed. The energies are going to be fiery, because I'm Aries Sun. Although, in Vedic, I'm Pisces. So all this Pisces energy, I just feel like I'm freaking, like living in a bubble. Like, everybody feels weird. It's just all euphoric. It's all, everything just feels weird. That's because my explanation is more and more people are raising in frequency, so more and more people are activated, and it's like there's like a huge exponential number of people like just went from carbon to crystalline based. And that's the thing, is when the crystals line up, when the crystals line up, history, all the history that was buried, that's when pyramids are made, and that's when freaking stones can get are malleable like soup, and you can put them in like puzzle pieces and Legos, stones like that, when the crystals line up. So we crystallizing, yeah. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. That's when people go crazy and want to, think that elections count for something. Check out the book, The Last President, 1899. By Ingersoll Lockwood. Check that book out. See, because all this data information exists. Either we just think of it and play it out, or think of it and do things to divert it. And that we got a lot of the percentage of the collective's consciousness that are trying to get it to go this way, the self-serving, egotistical, lizard, drinking freaking way that it's been for years, forever, eon and generation and civilization. Or, why don't we make a way it's never been before? It always talks about heaven on earth. We could actually freaking make one, yeah. Now's the time. So, that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day.